ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरिः ॐ everybody. We are doing Shankaracharya Virachita Shivananda Lahari. Today we are doing 80th shloka, 80. So far we have done 79 shlokas. Today we are entering into 80 shloka. येष्यत्येष जनिं मनोस्य कठिनं तस्मिन्नटानीति मद्रक्षायै गिरिसीम्निकोमलपदन्यासः पुराभ्यासितः नो चेद्दिव्यगृहान्तरेषु सुमनस्तल्पेषु वेद्यादिषु प्रायः सत्सु शिलातलेषु नटनं शम्भो किमर्थं तव. This is another beautiful shloka. Shambho Shankara Shamkarotiti Shankaraha gives peace of mind and gives auspiciousness. That is what Shankara, Shambhu means. Shiva, all of them, auspiciousness. Sarva Mangala, that is what we mother we say. Sarva Mangala Devi, embodiment of auspiciousness. So that is what Shambho, beautifully explaining. What I will give you first essence and then we will go through the each word. Oh Bhagavan, you know that I am going to be born. So that's why you knew it also. My mind is very hard, Kathinam. That is to protect me. You started practicing on walking on Kailash mountain, Mount Kailash. That is what your kindness. You have everything. Everybody can give you everything, even gods and everything. But still you need to come into my mind to protect me. You practiced walking on the Kailash mountain, which is very, very hard. Because you knew my mind will be very hard. So that is what the essence, that is what Bhagavan is giving us the picturization. Now, Yeshatyesha Janim, Yeshati Esha Janim. Oh Lord Shiva, oh Shambho, you knew that this Jiva, individual self, is going to be born. Someday or other, he is going to take birth. So that's what you knew. Manosya Katinam. You knew that also this person's mind will be hard. Manosya Katinam. Tasmin Nataniti. And you knew that you need to enter. Because you have to, why Madrakshayai, to protect me. To protect means all of us, representation of all seekers like us. That is what Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is talking about. He is already liberated. He does not need anything. He is already well protected. He is liberated. So, oh Bhagavan, you knew that my mind will be hard. Manosya Katinam. And Tasmin Nataniti. In that mind, you need to roam around. You need to come. Means sending us the Evite. Ahvanam. Tasmin Nataniti. You knew that. Why Madrakshayai, to protect me. So that is the reason, to protect me, what you did is Girisimni Komalapadanyasaha. Girisimni means Kailash Mount, Mount Kailash, Kailasa Parvatam. That is where Lord Shiva lives, Kailasa Parvatam. And then he married to Parvati Mata. In-laws' house is also Himavat Parvatarajam, mountain again. That is also very hard and cold. Kailasam is also mountain, very cold and very hard. So purabhyasitaha. So you knew that I'm going to be born and you need to enter into my mind, which is very hard, and then you need to protect me. You knew all this, O Lord Shiva. That is the reason before I was born, you started practicing to walk around on all this. Where? On the Giri Simni, on the Kailasa mountain. And you are preparing yourself for my protection. O Lord Shiva, how compassionate you are. No che divya gruhantareshu. And then all the devatas worship you and they will give you beautiful houses to stay. They always welcome you. But still you did not go there. You stayed in Kailas to practice, to enter into my hard mountain mind. Sumanastalpeshu vedyadishu. Even they gave you nice offerings like a seating, everything. They wanted to make you comfortable. Give the most beautiful ones, most soft ones. But you did not take it. Why? Madrakshayai, to protect me. Prayasatsu silataleshu natanam shambho kimardham tava. You have all of them. Everybody is ready to give you. They are all there for you. But still, Shilataleshu, that hard Kailasa mountain, Shila means rock, rocks. And you all started practicing. Tava Natanam, your Natyam, that's what you are doing. O Lord Shiva. Kimardham, for what? For why? Madrakshayai, to protect me. And then Yeshatyesha Janim, you knew that I am going to be born. That is the reason. Sometime or other. Manosya Katinam, you knew that my mind will be very hard. So three reasons. You knew that I am going to be born, and you knew that my mind will be hard, and you knew that I need to protect me. So that is why you started practicing on those Kailasha mountain. That is Shilataleshu. That is very, very hard. So that's why, O Lord Shiva, you are very, very compassionate. Means sending Lord Shiva the Evite. Please come and stay in my heart. I know it is very hard, but still you need to come. Because you are already practiced, then you don't have any difficulty to walk in my mind, even though it is hard. So that's why, see, now the Jiva concept Bhagavan is bringing. Jiva means individual self. There are so many names for Jiva that we need to go to Saddarshanam, to Ramana Maharshi. He gives so many names. Deho na janati sato na janma, deha pramanonya vudeti madhye, aham kruti grandhi vibandha sukshma, sharira cheto bhava jivanama. Deho na janati. This body does not know anything. Body is made out of 5 elements. Space, air, fire, water and Prithvi, earth. Does not know anything. That is why if I take a finger out and cut it, it's not going to move. It is inert. Deho na janati. Body will not know anything. Unless it has a life connection, it's not going to move at all. If you take the finger and put it away, it will decay. That's not going to move. Unless the life, that Shambhu, Shiva is there, life principle is there. That's why Deho na janati. Deham, body does not need any education. Sato na janma. Sat means existence, consciousness and bliss. That Atma, that self. Vedantin says Brahman. That Brahman, that self, that Atma, that Chaitanyam, consciousness, that does not, never born, ajaha. Whoever is born, they only need the teaching. So body does not need any teaching. Why? Because body does not know anything. It will not understand. And then satona janma, sat, existence, the consciousness principle, and Brahman does not need any education. It's already liberated, ever free, and never born actually. That is why they say ajaha, never born. So then who needs this? All this satsang, all this sukham, dukkham, all this mana, avamanam, and name and fame, all of them, who needs it? In Saddarshanam, Ramana Maharshi explains very beautifully. Deha pramanonya vudeti madhye. Exactly like a body and pramanam, that measurement. There is a pramanonya vudeti madhye. Yes, another being is there. Another being is there. That being is called Jiva. That's what Bhagavan is talking about here. Yeshatyesha janim. Yeshati esha janim. That he knew that this Jiva is going to be born, O Lord Shiva. That is why we need to analyze what is this Jiva means. Then that Jiva name is Aham Kruti. That says I did it. I am the cause. That Ahankara, Ahankruti, that principle. Ahankara principle makes us small, makes us limited. That is what Ahankruti. Grandhi. Grandhi means knot of the heart. That is another name. Knot of the heart. That will tell us, make sure that we will not understand this Sat. That is the blocking. Not, that's why. That heart, Sat, there, heart, in the heart, the Sat is there. Consciousness is there. But because of this knot of the heart, that Grandhi, we are not able to understand. That is why Mooladharaika Nilaya Brahma Grandhi Vibhedini Manipuranta Rudita Vishnu Grandhi Vibhedini Agnya Chakrabja Nilaya Rudra Grandhi Vibhedini. 3 knots there in Lalita Sahasranamam. Sahasraram Pujarudha Sudha Sarabhivarshini. Before we enter into that Sahasrara Chakram, which is crown chakra, top of our head, all these knots are there. That is why Grandhi. You all have heard Mundakopanishad from Subramanya Garu, my husband, and then there also it mentions one Grandhi, knot. Bhidyate hrudaya grandhihi chidyante sarva samshayaha kshiyante chasya karmani tasmin drushte paravare. That knot of the heart has to be has to be cut off. Then only we will know about the Paramatma. Or unless another way, when we know about this Parabrahma Paramatma, that Brahman, then this knot of the heart gets dissolved. That is what Jiva, individual self. And Vibandha, Sukshma Sarira, another name is Sukshma Sarira, subtle body. And Chetaha, Bhava, Jiva. That's why Jiva, that is what we are all talking about. This Jiva means all these names. Basically, which separates from Bhagavan to us. Separating entity. Feels the individuality. Feels I know everything. And without me, nobody can sustain. I am the maintaining thing here. Because of me, everybody is functioning. Everything is functioning. That is all Maya. Everything is happening because of Jiva principle. This is what is happening. So that Jiva is going to be born. Oh Bhagavan, you knew that. And then you knew that Manosya Katinam, mind is Katinam, hard. This Katinam again is the interesting thing. When we are seekers, we need to be Katinam, hard. Disciplining our mind, disciplining our body, coming to these satsangs, all of them are very Katinam. Nobody said it's easy. Everything is very, very hard. To develop the vairagyam, dispassion towards the world, this very Katinam, hard. And follow the rules and regulations, what to do, what not to do. First, understanding is very difficult, Katinam. Then following is even difficult, Katinam. And especially in our Sanatana Dharma, we have two types of people. One is priest section. Priest means pujari. They work in the temples. They do the Bhagavan Seva. They do the chanting of the mantras. They do all kind of rituals. That is called priest section. They do, basically, they perform all the rituals for everybody. From death to birth, birth to death, womb to tomb, our Gurudev says. All of them. That is priest. It is called. They are called priests. And then another section is who are learned people. They are the Vedic learning people, learned people. They may not do all this. This priest section also, they learned some Vedic points, Vedic sections, they know. But some of them are called Ghanapati, and there are different sections. They do Yajna Yagadi. They are Veda. Basically, they are only do the Vedic chanting. They may not do the priest jobs. Mainly stick with the Vedic section. It's not easy, Katinam. There are no books. There are no video recordings, nothing. Everything is by Shruti. They heard everything, they learned. And they have a lot of rules and regulations. Because of them only, all our scriptures are protected. All our Vedas were protected. They follow a lot of instructions. Recently, we have going to the Bharat and seeing this difference. Priest section and Vedic chanting, Vedic learned people. They are called Ghanapati, Somayaji. If they did the Yajna Yagadi, they different section. They are really, they work very hard to learn. Even the ladies have a lot of restrictions. They don't eat outside. They wear different type of even sari wearing, and then they follow lot of rituals. Lot of observing all this is not easy. We think everything. We underestimate them. That is our problem, because we really got misinterpreted because of all the Britishers and all the Mughal people. That's what they wanted to capture. Then that's what they propaganded for last 2000 years. That's what we are believing in it too. These Vedic learned people, they left their bodies. They, for this to protect the Vedas, they gave up their bodies. They said, no, we are not going to do anything. That's what Katinam means. That is what we need to know. Somewhere we need to be Katinam. That's what our Bhashakaras are talking about. To follow the Dharma, that's where we have to be Katinam. And to protect our Shastras, Vedas, we need to be Katinam. Manosya Katinam, it's not easy at all. They have lot of restrictions. and even men and ladies, women are doing very happily too. That is in the family. Some people come out and do all this education, IT field or whatever it is, but some people are still following this. So that is why Katinam word is very tricky word. That's why even Bhashakaras are saying that. That's why I said, let me bring up this point. Somewhere we need to be very Katinam. So that is why to protect our dharma, protect Shastras, it is very, very important. So that's why now we got the pretty big picture about what is Deha, Jiva. The Jiva needs the teaching. Jiva needs the satsang. Once Jiva understands that I am the Brahman, then becomes like a Paramatma. That is why Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati, Mundakopanishad. Knower of the Brahman becomes the Brahman. Brahmavit Brahmaiva Bhavati. So now, then they becomes the Shashvatanandam. So this is, for this we need Vairagyam also. And that's why we are sending the invitation, invite to Parabrahma Parameshwara. Please enter into my heart. I know it is Katinam, but when you come, it will be, everything will be fine. And you make everything happen beautifully. Make everything beautifully. So that's why this Jiva does not know anything. That's why we need to accept it. Then Bhagavan will take care of it. So that is why Jiva Deva, interesting concept in our Sanatana Dharma, especially in Advaita philosophy. If we do not know Parabrahma, we are Jiva. If we know Parabrahma, we are the Deva. Devude Jivudu, Jivude Devudu. That is what it is. Devude Jivudu, Jivude Devudu. So that is what, that we need to follow all the rules and regulations too. There we need to be Katinam. So I think we took up elaborately all the Jiva concept and how to invite the Bhagavan, and why Bhagavan practiced all that in the Kailas mountain, and then the Himavat Parvataraja in-laws place also, to enter into our heart. येष जनिं मनोस्य कठिनं तस्मिन्नटानीति मद्रक्षायै गिरिसीं निकोमलपदन्यासः पुराभ्यासितः नो चेद्दिव्यगृहान्तरेषु सुमनस्तल्पेषु वेद्यादिषु प्रायः सत्सु शिलातलेषु नटनं Shambho Kimardham Tava. Now we will enter into 81st shloka. This is again Nitya Parayana shlokam. Very, very nice shloka, important shloka. Nitya Parayana shlokam. 81. Kanchit Kala Muma Mahesha Bhavatah Padara Vindarchanaihi कञ्चिद्ध्यानसमाधिभिश्च नतिभिः कञ्चित् कथाकर्णनैः कञ्चिदवेक्षणैश्च नुतिभिः कञ्चिद्दशामीदृशीं यः प्राप्नोति मुदा त्वदर्पितमना जीवन् समुक्तः खलु. I will chant one more time because it is important shloka plus daily Nitya Parayana shlokam. Kanchit kala muma mahesha bhavatah padara vindarchanaihi kanchit dhyana samadhibhischa natibhihi kanchit katha karnanaihi kanchidavekshanaischa nutibhihi कञ्चिद्दशामीदृशीं यः प्राप्नोति मुदा त्वदर्पितमना जीवन् समुक्तः खलु. This is very easy to memorize also because lot of kanchit is coming. Let us see. Kanchit means sometime, konta kalam, sometime this, sometime that, sometime this, like that's why kanchit is saying. Before we enter into the shloka, we'll see what is the calling of Bhagavan. Uma Mahesha. Here not only Mahesha, with mother, Uma Mahesha. That is the Sambodhana. Hey Uma Mahesha. That is what Shankaracharya is calling to Lord Shiva. O Uma Mahesha. Kanchit kalam Uma Mahesha. Uma Mahesha, what is happening is Kanchit bhavatah padaravindarchanaihi. Kanchit means konta kalamu, sometime. Bhavataha, yours, padaravindarchanaihi. I am doing the archana at your lotus feet, archana of your lotus feet. Pada Aravinda Archanaihi. Aravinda means lotus. Your feet are like lotus. I am doing the archana to your feet for some time. Pada Aravinda Archanaihi means what it is to Nityaparayana Shlokam, and that too different types of bhakti, like actions, kriyas, what we can do as seekers, as sadhakas. That is also Bhagavan is mentioning. Every day we can do this. Every day little bit I am doing this. Then he becomes the Jivan Mukta. What are the Jivan Mukta qualities? What does the Jivan Mukta does? Jivan Muktaha means liberated while alive, liberated while living, right now. Shankaracharya ji says, Iha iva, right now. This mukti is not for after death or when we go to the next different world, Swargaloka or Chandraloka or Gandharvaloka. Our Sanatana Dharma does not accept that. Shankaracharya Bhagavan says, Iha iva, right here, while alive, we can be liberated. What does that liberated person do? That is why this is the Nityaparayana Shlokam. That is why Kanchit comes a lot. And about 6-7 pointers are given here. Now let us see one by one. Kanchit bhavataha padara vindarchanaihi. Bhavataha means yours, to you, O Lord Shiva. Padara vindarchanaihi. First archana. Archana means puja. That way we did this a lot of times. First for puja, our body, mind, intellect all get concentration. Because we are seeing the picture or idol. The mind stays there is very easy because the support is more. Archana, there is a lot of support is there for mind to stay there. Even Ramana Maharshi says in Upadeshasara, Kaya Vangmana Karyamuttamam Pujanam Japas Chintanam Kramat. Kaya, Vak, Mana. Kaya means body, Vak means speech, Mana means mind. Kaya Vangmana Karyamuttamam Pujanam Japa Chintanam. That is why with the body, Kaya, Puja. With the body, puja. That is why Padara Vindarchanaihi, first step. And Vak, Japam. Japam also has 3 levels. In the beginning, we do little bit louder level. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Because that is why mind needs support. Next person can hear us. Next level is as we get progressing in the Japam, using the Japamala, support is less. Only Japamala is there. eyes can be closed or open, that individual choice. And then slowly japam also 2-3 levels. First level is next person can hear. Next one is upamshu. Only lips are moving, like that. Only lips. Nobody can hear. Only this person can hear or may not hear. Very, very, very soft. And then final one is antah japam. Inside, no, not even lips are moving, not hand is moving, only inside is happening like breath. That is called ajapa japam. How we do the breath, we do not know. We do not even know when it is happening. We don't put any effort. It happens. We know it is happening. We are not even worried. So that is why it is called another type. 3 types of japa. Kaya, vak is japam. Kaya puja, body puja. And then vak, speech, japam. Mana, mind, chintanam. Thinking about Lord, like dhyanam, meditation. Lord, that meditation also 2 types. Saguna dhyanam, nirguna dhyanam. That is what you are seeing in Taittiriya Upanishad. Vyahruti Upasana. That is nothing but meditation. Omkara Upasana. Vyahruti Bhurбhuva Savaha. Gayatri Upasana. Like or Loka Upasana. Vyahruti Upasana. That is what is called. So many Upasanas are given in Upanishads. So like that you are going to see in Siksha Valli, very beautiful section, even how the teacher trains the student. Exactly that is what we are doing here too. How the Jiva got trained through, here the teacher is nothing but Bhagavan Shankaracharya. He is teaching us through each shloka. What is bhakti, what is mind, how to tackle the mind, what to do, what not to do, how to stay focused, how to really, what do we need to chant. This 81 shloka you can chant every day. Like that, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is giving us the guidance too through shlokas. Their name is different, but still same thing. Vyahruti Upasana, Omkara Upasana. Here it may not be mentioned Omkaram specifically, but still it's implying, because everything is pervaded by Om anyway. Omkaram can be done with Saguna Upasana and Nirguna Upasana, both. Keeping the Pratima Om and then do, that is Saguna Brahma Upasana. Or just do not have any Pratima, do the Omkara Upasana, that is Nirguna Upasana. That is what called Nirguna Dhyanam, Saguna Dhyanam. Saguna Dhyanam is very, very, not, I would not say easy, but it is more support is there. Because we can think about the story or think about the form. That is what even Lalita Sahasranamam talks about from 3rd shloka to 21 shloka. Champaka Shoka Punnaga Saugandhikala Satkacha Kuruvinda Manisreni Kanat Kotira Mandita Ashtami Chandra Vibhraja Dalikastala Shobhita. Like that, Shiva Kameshwara Ankasta Shiva Swadhina Vallabha, up to that. Whole thing is called Saguna Brahma Upasana. Whole mother's picture from head to toe appearing in front of our mind. Nirguna Brahma Upasana is the consciousness Upasana, all pervading. There is no form, everything is, it's not a Shunyam, it is Purnam, self. That is a little bit harder. Unless we have the training of the mind, just sitting there and closing, like that is not easy. Even Buddhists say, Vipassana, like this, so many training sessions are there. I'm bringing up another school of thought. They also just go for 10 days. They call that Dhamma. So many names are there. now this Vipassana is very very famous. Lot of people are talking about. That's why I said let me bring that. So that's why all saying that you can do in both ways, kaya vang mana. That is why archana means this is what we brought all of this. Chatushashti upacharadhya, chatushashti kalamayi. In temples they do upacharas, 64 upacharas. So many upacharas. Vujjala seva, Vunjala seva, Pumala seva, like that. Even Balaji, you can pay money, get the tickets and get it done, all these sevas. We can see them too, like that. So many sevas. Padara Vinjarchanaihi, Kanchit, sometime. First step, that one. Next, Kanchit Dhyana Samadhibhischa. Kanchit, sometime, Kontakalam. Dhyanam Samadhibhi. Dhyanam means meditation. We have seen it earlier already. Meditation, you all know. Saguna Dhyanam or Nirguna Dhyanam. Saguna means with qualities. Rupam, Sarupam, with Rupam. Doing the meditation. Mother has 4 hands. She has the Cherukugada, sugar cane, and she has Pasham, Ankusham, Raga Swarupa, Pashadhya, Krodha, Karankushochvala, Manorupekshu, Kodanda, Pancha Tanmatra Sayaka. One hand she is carrying the flower bouquet, and then she has the sugar cane as her bow. And then like that, you can think about it. Thinking about Mother Uma, right? Or Lord Shiva, who has the Jatajutam in his head. And then from that Jatajutam, Ganga Mata is flowing. That Ganga is so beautiful, blue in color. Ganga is representation of knowledge, like that. And Shiva Bhagavan has so many snakes, big and small. And then when you think about snakes, don't bring the thought that so people are filled with negativities, everything is negative. So many negative things are happening in news right now. I have so many like that, and mind goes away. That can happen. We think we are doing meditation without knowing, mind slips away. But that's okay. Our scriptures, our rishis, our guru says it's okay. Just bring it back. Constantly, first step is knowing that mind went away. We do not even know mind went away. It goes. So many places. Ganga means, oh, I went to Ganga Arati, I went to Kashi, oh, I saw this one in the boat, this is what happened. I saw another lady, oh, she wore beautiful saree, she said she came from America. Like that, our thought will go. We all experience, we all know that. First step is knowing that mind went away. First step. And then bring it back. Slowly, Shanai. That is what happens in Dhyanam. And what to talk about Nirguna Dhyanam? There is no form, there are no qualities, nothing is there. Nothing means it is not emptiness, it's Purnam. Just closing, no thoughts. Just like that. People can stay. Just thinking, just concentrate on the heart, self. There is just like that. That is Nirguna Dhyanam. That is not easy, but it can be done. So that is why slowly it can take us to Samadhi. So that is why it's Kanchit means Kontakalam, sometime. Dhyana Samadhibhischa. Then Kanchit Natibihi. Natibihi means Namaskaram. Doing the salutations. A lot of people do Namaskarams. So many, they turn around, go and Purlu Dandalu antaru. In the temples now it is becoming very popular. A lot of people do that. Go around, if they have wishes, when they to fulfill the wishes, they do that. For children or well-being of children or husband, whatever it is, they go around in the temple. Or Sashtanga Namaskaram, 8 limbs. Sa Ashta Anga Namaskaram. Lot of Sandhi. Ashta means 8. Anga means limbs, body parts. You all know hands, chest, and then eyes, feet, all 8 angas, 8 limbs. And for ladies, Panchanga Namaskaram, only 5 limbs. They should not touch the chest to earth, because mother earth is also mother, and ladies have the capacity to give the birth. That is why Bhudevi requested, ladies should not touch me because they are Matru Swarupam. Like Bhudevi also produces. That is why we call Bhumata. If you put a seed, for example, if you put a seed on the earth, it will sprout, become like a tree and gives us the fruits. That is why Bhumata, mother. Only ladies mother. Why? Because they have the producing capacity, give the birth to children. That is why Panchanga Namaskaram to ladies. All this is Uma Mahesha, Kanchit. All this. First is Archana, Jhana Samadhibihi, Natibihi, Namaskaram. Kanchit Katha Karnanaihi. Kanchit again means sometime, kontakalam, because kanchit means it is coming a lot of times. Later, after the class, we will forget. Of course, we will forget. That is why I am repeating that word. Later on, it will ring in our mind. Even for children also, repetition will help. When we try to teach them, we keep saying that word. Then they will utter that word and then they will remember. Same way, we are also children in front of Bhagavan or Bhagavati. We are all seekers, sadhakas. We are not Siddha Purushas yet. We are traveling. We are started our journey. Brahman in progress, working, Brahman in progress. That's what Bhagavan, our Acharya, is to say in our course. So that is what we are all traveling in this path. That is why Kanchit means Kontakalamu in Telugu. Kanchit means sometime. In English, sometime, Kanchit. Katha Karnanaihi. Katha means stories. Lord Shiva's stories. Lord Shiva's Leelas. Lord Shiva's Charitram. So many Shiva Bhagavan has done. Shiva Kalyanam, again great story. And then how he drank the halahalam, that poison. So many stories are there. And next shloka 82, it will come another story, Tripurasura Samharam. So that is why Kanchit Kadha Karnanai, listening to Lord Shiva's stories. Kadha, Karna means through ears. Even Bhagavatam says, Karna Rasayanaihi. When we hear through ears, Karna here also. Karna means not that Karna, that Danavira Shura Karna, not that Karna. This Karna means ears. Kadha we hear through ears, and then that ears comes through our heart. That's what Bhagavatam says. Kanchit Kadha Karnanaihi. That first one, Archana, Jhana, Samadhibhihi. 3 are done. Natibhihi, Namaskaram. 4th one, Kadha Karnanai, listening to stories. 5th one. And 6th one, Kanchit Kanchidavekshanaischa. Kanchit means Kontakalam, sometime. Avekshana, Ikshanam means Darshanam. Means seeing the picture. Just watch, sit there, that's all. When we go to temples, that's what we can do. I will tell you one, our Swamiji, Swami Bodhatmananda, who taught us this course in Sandipani Sadhanalaya, Mumbai, this Vedanta course. Ours is 16th batch, 2014 to 2016, 2 years we have done, my husband and I. So that time, Swamiji shared his experience. Before taking the sannyas, when he was working, what happened? He used to go to temple every day. He used to live in Florida. Later he moved to California, but that is different matter. And then in Florida, he used to go to the temple every day and just sit there, watch. And then normally people come to temple and every day he's coming and watching and sitting there. That's all, doing nothing, just watching the Bhagavan idol, Archa Murti. And that's why Ikshanam is watching Darshanam. And ladies used to ask him, one day they were wondering what is happening to young boy, very charming. Our Swamiji used to look very beautiful, handsome. Prabodhji, that used to be called, now Bodhatmananda. Then they said, you are so handsome, so young looking, why are you just sitting there and watching? What is this? They thought it is unusual. So then our Swamiji just laughed and left. So that is what he used to sit and do. Just watch the Murti, Archa Murti. So beautiful, especially in our Beaumont temple. Anyway, all the temples are very beautiful. All the Murtis are so beautiful. You cannot really come out. All the, especially marble, Radha Krishna and Rama Parivar and Durga Mata. My goodness, so beautiful. Chinmay Shripati temple. So beautiful. So that is why you can just watch whole day. If that's what happens in the temples, because of that mantra power, because of that puja power, all the Shakti is there, energy is there. So many devotees are coming every day, chanting. Even priests are performing pujas, Satyanarayana puja. So many pujas are done, Abhishekam. That energy is different in temples. You all experience this, I know that. That's why Kanchid Avekshana, just darshanam. That is why we go, right, for darshanam. Meenakshi Amma temple, so many temples. Why Rameshwaram, all that Karunaji is traveling now. All of us, why? Because of this. To see the temple, to feel that energy, to get that immersed in that energy. So that is why darshanam. And nutibihi, kanchit nutibihi, kontakalam. Kanchit means kontakalam. Kanchit means sometime. Nutibihi means stuti, doing the stuti. Previous one is natibihi, na. Natibihi means namaskaram. Here, nu. Nutibihi. Nutibihi means stuti, doing the stotram. Vishnu Sahasranama chanting, Lalita Sahasranama chanting, so many chantings we are all learning. Mukha Panchashati, Arya Shatakam, and Padaravinda Shatakam, or Sundara Kanda chanting, and Devi Saptashati chanting, Durga Saptashati, like that, so many chanting, or Manidvipa Varnana, whatever, Stuti, and so many other Stutis, even Shivananda Lahari, Saundarya Lahari, Nutibihi, doing the stuti sometime. Kanchid dashami drushim. So, slowly, what happens with all this, doing all this, little by little, sometime this, sometime that. Archana, puja, dhyanam, and then namaskaram, stuti, and then watching Bhagavan Archa Murti. Even at our house also, when we decorate it so beautiful, especially Varalakshmi Vratam, Ganesh Chaturthi, we do puja at our house, and that's why we bring lot of flowers and decorate the Murti. It looks so beautiful with all the coconut offerings. That smell is also beautiful, camphor, and then that agarabatti and all these naivedyas. There is a different atmosphere, a different smell, different energy. So that is why just watch that. Sometimes we get so busy bringing up people, and then we get tied up. We don't have time to even watch the Murti, do the sitting down and do the puja. So that's what happens. So that's why just watch. To all this, whoever gets into this position, this sthanam, that's why kanchit dasha midrushim. Dasha means this sthiti. Dasha means That dasha means sthiti, that stage. Yah prapnoti muda tvadarpita mana, then he attains, sometimes doing this, all this. What happens? Whoever is that person, he or she, prapnoti, attains, muda, with happiness, doing with happiness, out of joy, tvadarpita mana, with offering the mind, with sharanagati, yah prapnoti, that person, whoever it is, boy or girl, or woman or man, whatever it is, Jivan Samukta Kalu. He will attain Jivan Mukti. He will attain Mukti, liberation while living. Jivan Mukti. That is all we want, right? That is what we got this human birth. That is what called Mumukshutvam. Liberation while living. The desire for liberation. That is why even Shankaracharya ji says in the Viveka Chudamani, 3 things are very difficult to get. Durlabham trayame vaitat daivanugraha hetukam manusyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samsrayam. To get these 3 things, God's grace has to be there. Manushyatvam, the human birth, the jiva, right? We saw earlier, human birth. And then Manushyatvam, Mumukshutvam, burning desire for liberation. And Mahapurusha Samsrayam, company of great people, company of learned people, indeed very, very difficult. All this will get out of God's grace only. Uma Mahesha, only because of mother's grace only. That's what Bhagavan is saying, Shankaracharya ji in this shloka. All this is for Jivan Mukti, while living liberation. That's what we wanted, because we become free. That is why very, very beautiful shloka. Kanchit kala muma mahesha bhavatah padara vindarchanaihi. Sometime padara vindarchana. Kanchit dhyana samadhibhischa. Sometime kontakalam dhyanam samadhibhi. Kanchit natibhihi. Sometime kontakalam namaskaram. Kanchit kadha karnanaihi. Kontakalam listening to Bhagavan stories or Bhagavati stories. Kanchit kanchidavekshanaischa. Kontakalam, sometime kanchit, seeing the form only, doing nothing, just watching. Kanchit nutibihi. Kanchit means kontakalam, sometime. Nutibihi, doing the stuti. Any kind of stuti, chanting the shlokas or sahasranamas, whatever. Kanchit dashami drushim. After some time, kontakalam, sometime dasha means that stage. He will attain that stage. What kind of stage? He will attain that stage. Jivan muktaha kalu. Jivan mukti state will that person, yaha prapnoti, he will attain. He or she will attain that Jivan Mukta sthiti. Muda tvadarpita mana. With out of happiness, he will offer his mind. Then no mind state. No mind state means amanaska sthiti. That's what is going to happen. That is full of happiness, full of bliss. This is Shashvata Anandam, Jivan Mukti. Even if we attain Jivan Mukti, he will perform every action like as usual. There is no change outside. Like Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, Swami Chinmayananda, so many great people. They are all liberated souls. Outside you don't see any difference. But they do everything. Even then he started teaching. Why? Loka, for well-being of everybody, for lokam. Even Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I have to perform all the actions. Why? If I don't perform the actions, everybody will perish. Everybody will become lazy. That is why Jivan Muktas also do everything. They come and teach. Because for well-being of ourselves, our sake, for everybody. If they don't teach, all the knowledge will be gone. Everybody thinks I am liberated, I don't have to teach. Guru Parampara will not be there. So that is why very, very important. Like for example, one millionaire is there. Then he would work even harder. Why? He would say, I worked so hard, I achieved this. What do I do sitting idly? It may not be purpose of earning money only, but he will keep working. Same way, Jivan Mukti people will work out of compassion, out of joy, out of happiness. Then they work. Before Jivan Mukti, maybe they will have, I'm talking about each individual. Maybe some other motive for name, fame, anything could be. Power, position. Maybe slowly, if we hold on to kanchit, kontakalam, sometime doing all this, everything transformation takes place. The transformation is Jivan Mukti. It's not just a sudden, it won't happen just like that. Kanchit, sometime, kontakalam, doing all this. In the beginning, we might go with the desires. That is okay. Our scriptures permit that. I want children, I want good husband, name, fame, power, position, money, comforts. It is okay going to Bhagavan. They are not asking anybody else. They are going to the positive source, Bhagavan or Bhagavati. Slowly, kanchit, kontakalam, cheyaga, transformation takes place. That will lead us to Jivan Mukti. That is what Bhagavan is bringing up this shloka, 81 shloka. That is why Nitya Parayana shloka, important shloka. And let us chant this shloka and we will conclude. Kanchit kala muma mahesha bhavataha padara vindarchanaihi kanchit dhyana samadhibhischa natibhihi kanchit kadha karnanaihi कंचिदवेक्षणैश्च नुतिभिः कंचिद्दशामीदृशीं यः प्राप्नोति मुदा त्वदर्पितमना जीवन्समुक्तः खलु. ॐ श्रीमात्रे नमः. हरिः ॐ. श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ. हरिः ॐ everybody.